everybody, welcome to Everything Monday, the day we talk about everything but crap. Today I'm pretty excited about being here because I'm about to talk to you about something that I think is gonna help us all to have a better life, more positive life. And I want to just tell you, please stay here with me today because we're gonna talk in this first part about how to have a drama-free life. So please stay with me and we will talk about this. Talking about this, we talk about how other friends can be to us, but it's also important to understand that you have to be a very trustworthy person, because you don't want to be in the middle of a lot of problems because somebody came to you trusting you and you start spreading the word. I know, and I have heard this, and there is a big chance I've done it too, that sometimes somebody comes to you and they tell you something that it sounds like so juicy that you just want to go and spread the gossip everywhere you go. Now, this is gonna make you a lot of trouble and this is gonna make you a lot of drama in your life. So it's best to stay away from that. It is your responsibility when somebody comes to you with something personal, with something about themselves that is important, to understand that you don't need a signed letter that says please don't share this with anybody else. We understand that. We know that if it's personal, then it's private. So please be the good friend and please keep secrets that other people share with you to yourself. That is the most responsible thing you can do. I'm pretty sure that this thing that I'm gonna start to talk about next might not sound to you like it's something related to having drama in your life, but I can assure you that if you want to have a more positive life, this is the thing to do. And this is, do not judge and try to be more sympathetic. Now, I don't want to come here acting like, oh, I never judge, oh, I'm so good, I never criticize, because that is not the person I am. I do fail a lot doing this. And a couple of years ago, I did promise myself that if I wasn't gonna say something good about something or somebody, it was best not to say it. You know, I know in the past I have hurt people for saying something that, you know, it was not a good thing to say. I just thought I was being honest. And sometimes, you know, I don't think that you should sugarcoat everything you say, but I think you should be careful with the things you say. Now, the reason I'm saying this, that you shouldn't judge and you should be more sympathetic, is mostly because sometimes we don't know the whole scenario. We don't know the whole situation that people are going through, and we just jump and make assumptions and we just criticize and we just judge. So if you do want to have a better or more positive, like I said, life, it is best to try to understand this part, to try to understand that no, we don't know what's going on, and you know, sometimes we don't even know people and we start judging them, and I think this is pretty common and I think this is very normal, but I can feel how that would attract a lot of negativity in your life. So if you can, you know, if it's not your business, stay out of it. If nobody asks you for your opinion, it's best not to give it, you know. And I know this is hard sometimes. It is hard to me, but it is possible to do it. Next thing is, do not jump to make assumptions. Now, sometimes I've seen this with friends, with some of my close friends, with some other friends, that they come, you know, to somebody and they're like, oh, you know what, I saw your boyfriend with another girl, or I heard your name and they were talking very, very bad about you. Well, before you jump to make an assumption and then to even go into a very, very bad fight and start a big problem, it is best to make sure that those things really happen. And not because I think that those friends were lying, but we should investigate and make sure that whatever happened, it is related to you. I don't want to justify anybody because I'm pretty sure that does happen, but it is a good chance that that boy looked like your boyfriend but it's not even your boyfriend, or that somebody heard your name but they were not even talking about you. So before you jump into a huge fight, into a huge problem, it's best to always make sure that that is what it actually happened. I believe that it's pretty important to be as patient, as kind, as loving as you can be. But I also believe that you have the right to surround yourself with the right people. The reason I'm saying this is because I know that sometimes you can meet and be surrounded by people that bring a lot of drama, a lot of trouble into your life. And that can be very troubling for yourself, because you then realize that everything around you is so heavy, it's so negative, that you cannot enjoy things anymore in your life. And I know this is probably not something that happens so often, but it does happen. So if you are in the middle of something like this, if your life is turning into something that you didn't want for your life and you want something more positive, the best thing you can do is stay away from all of that. Now, it can sound very selfish for me to say this, but sometimes the best thing you can do is that if you're not able to handle this anymore, you can always ask them to go find help somewhere else. And sometimes people bring all of that negativity and all of that into your life because they themselves are having a lot of trouble. So, sometimes it's probably best for you to tell them that you can help them to find a therapist or a psychologist or somebody that can actually help them better with their problems. So, like I said, be good, be a good person, as good as you can be, but do not surround yourself with negativity, because all of that will eventually affect your life in a way that you don't want. That is it for the first part. I hope you come back next Monday so we can keep talking about this in our second and last part of this topic. So I hope that if you enjoyed this video, you will subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I also hope that you will leave us a comment down below, because let me tell you this, it helps us to grow and to be better for you each week. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope we will see you next Monday.